Hi, welcome to Just Common Sense. So today's a very special day. I want to thank our military. I do want to thank our veterans especially because it's about the vets today. Thank you for everything you guys do and everything out there for our vets. We appreciate all the stuff you've done. Again, I want to thank you for your service. Very, very important. And anytime you see a vet or even anybody in the military, anything, thank them. Thank them for their service. They put a lot out there. They risk their lives, all the time. So you can have some of these freedoms that, well, we won't get into negative tonight, that somebody's trying to take away, but that's another story. And yeah, I'm going to bring him up in a video here in a minute or a podcast, and we'll talk about that. But meanwhile, I do want to thank our veterans out there. And definitely, guess what? Guys, you get a standing ovation. I can't stand because my studio wouldn't look good, trust me. But it would be funny. But anyway, I do want to thank you guys. And just like always, I love our law enforcement. I love our first responders. Everybody I always mention on this show. It's very important to thank these people for everything they do. And tomorrow, we're going to come up with a podcast tomorrow night. And I want you guys to go to my website. There's a reason why. I want you to go to www.just-markcommonsense.com. Again, www.just-markcommonsense.com. Go to my email. When you go to the email, start going in there and don't YouTube it. Don't Google it. Don't ask anybody about it. I want to see how much you guys know. I will not embarrass you. I'm not bringing any names up. But let's go ahead and see what Veterans Day is about. We did this Memorial Day. Some got it. Most didn't, believe it or not. But let's do Veterans Day. Let's see what you guys think. Let's see what Veterans Day is about. And tomorrow night, I'm actually going to tell you what it's about. And we're going to bring that up tomorrow night. But definitely go to my podcast, YouTube, all that. Go out there, mainly my email. Go to www.just-markcommonsense.com. Email me. I promise nobody's going to make fun of you, but I will bring that up and telling you what it's about. And that way you guys will know. But I want to hear back from you. And I know some of you will respond. I know Jerry Dangler is going to respond because he's going to tell me right away what it's about. Even though I know, but he'll do it because he knows. And most of my military friends and police officer friends are going to get out there and tell me right away because most of the police officers I know were in the military. But that being said, let's go ahead and talk about our favorite person. Yeah, not our favorite, trust me. I want to talk about Joe Biden. And he was out today and he was basically talking about a variety of things, which makes no sense, but he was talking about a baseball player. So let's hear from the Marxist. Yeah, that's my new name. We talked about it the other night. It's not a good name, trust me. But with what's going on right now, if they're going to call the Republicans terrorists pretty much, guess what? That's division. We don't want that. We really don't want division. I don't want to have to call these. I'm calling the radicals, okay? The radical people on that side. And there's radical people on both sides. But again, let's go ahead and hear this because this is a very racist thing in my opinion. And it's not going to be seen on certain news channels because they want to cover everything up. But you can YouTube it. You can Google it and check this out. This is what he said about a baseball player that played many, many, many years ago. Just listen to this, guys. It shocked me to hear this. And a lot of people are upset over this.
I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time pitcher in the Negro Leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball after Jackie Robinson. His name was Satchel Paige.
So, nothing wrong with Satchel Paige. Thanks, he was a great baseball player. However, going into this is not a word you use. Especially this time, you shouldn't have used it ever use that word because you know what that word represents to me. It's almost like using the other N word. They're so close. There's a reason I'm not for it. You know how I think, guys. We've talked about it before. Just like I don't like Black Lives Matter. I don't like them because there's a lot of violence when they're in cities doing things, but it's about all lives matter. It really is. And if somebody's too stupid to see that, then they're just focusing on one thing. It's wrong. Just like if somebody out there in the KKK and all that stuff, they're idiots too to believe that stuff. Every life is equal. Every life matters. I don't care if you're Indian, Asian, whatever the case may be, we're all equal on this planet, and God made us, and that's the way it is. Now, people do stupid things. We see it just like groups of people. We've talked about it. And just like there's some conservatives that aren't good, there's some liberals, what I call the radical Marxist. They're the ones we talked about. You can go into my podcast, check everything out, and go back and check everything I've said. But anyway, let's go ahead and definitely thank our veterans. And today's all about you. And I hear there's free food at restaurants out there, by the way. Guys, you deserve it. Go get all your free food. Definitely deserve all kinds of free food. I know Golden Corral, I bring them up. I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to do a lot of things for veterans. That's one of many restaurants. Many restaurants. I remember one time they were giving out free food for veterans. I believe that's what it was, because I remember going in there and some of my friends were vets. They were there, they were eating food in front of me, and they're going, "I got it free." I'm like, "Oh, you." But anyway, no. God bless you guys. For our veterans, God bless America. And as always, we're going to say it, guys. What do we say every night? Thank our military. Thank you for everything you do. Thank our law enforcement. We love you guys. Look, I'm here in the Apex area. I'm on their webpage. I know quite a few of the Apex police officers here. I think they know my vehicle more than me because it's not a bad thing. They just like my car. I've had a few of them come up and approach my car and take a look at it, although I just got a new one. Even though it looks the same, I'm getting it changed out right now to look kind of like the other one. However, I do want to thank our law enforcement and everything you guys do. And I do want to thank our firefighters. Guys, you guys are great. Let me tell you, when my dad went through a lot, the firefighters were here before the ambulance was here just because they were closer. They knew my dad before he passed. They actually came over and visited after he passed, some of them, because they knew him real well. And actually, some of the ambulance drivers that used to come out and pick him up occasionally, because we'd have to call for emergencies once in a while for him, and they got to know him as well in the hospital up here and all. So it was sad when all that happened, but anyway, we did a lot for them, and it's very important to keep all these guys in your heart, and definitely thank these guys every time you see anybody, even a first responder, any of them. Just thank them. That's all they need. That's all they need. And again, I always want to thank like I said, our first responders. I want to thank our farmers out there. We know you guys are going through a lot. Truck drivers. Yeah. Truck drivers, poor guys. I talk to you guys quite a bit. I talk to a lot of you, actually, and a lot of you are telling me the same thing, that they are short. They're having a lot of problems getting truck drivers right now. And Joe Biden, of course, was saying yesterday, I was listening to him talking about this shipping all in California, saying that he's starting to get these ships unloaded and all this and everything else. But my question is, even if that is the case, Joe, why did it take you so long? How long? It should never, ever, zero, Joe Biden, zero. That should never have happened. But it shows in your poll numbers. And saying stuff like you did today, I hope those polls drop more, because you are definitely not a good president. Worst president in history, Joe Biden. I'm going to say it. The worst president in history. And Harris, you're right there with him. You're actually lower in polls. I don't even know what you do. But, hey, we're going to give Harris her famous... Yeah, that's about what Harris does. I don't know if she has a clue what she's doing. But guys, very serious times, very serious things going on out there. I talked about the vaccine mandate the other night. They're trying to push through. Again, that's not constitutional. I don't believe in the vaccine mandate. I hope this thing, we got to fight like crazy not to let this happen, because this is the United States of America, and we all know that, and we got to fight to have freedom. It's freedom of choice. It is your choice. I'm not against vaccines, but it is your choice if you want it, your choice if you don't. That's the way it should be working. That is exactly the way it should be working. And just like I believe when you go into any restaurant, any place, you don't need to show a card saying I'm vaccinated. Trust me, there's no reason to do that. None at all. If that were the case, why are the people that are vaccinated worried about it? Oh my God, I'm going to get it. Well, you're vaccinated, right? You're getting it anyway. We already know. I've talked to a nurse myself today. She was telling me all kinds of stories. She's not getting vaccinated, by the way. So I think she's going to end up losing her job, it sounds like. But there's reasons why. It's her choice. And it's her choice completely what she wants to do. But again, that's my previous podcast. Go in and check that out. I did that the night before, I should say. So check that out. Guys, as always, thanks for everything you do. Thanks for the people that are working. Again, that are working. And not collecting free money, by the way. Some of them sitting at the couch, on their mom's couch in the basement. But anyway, playing video games all day long. That's all they do. Guys, again, thanks for everything. Have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow night. Take care.